Now live to Matt Trotter with the Red Cross. Matt, we know unfortunately a lot of Oklahomans are displaced tonight. Some just need a place to charge their cell phone. Others, they will need just about everything. So you're joining us live on the phone. Walk us through the Red Cross's response and the message you want to get across to those who have been impacted tonight.
So right now we do have an evacuation shelter open for people who have been displaced. We're at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center, 111 West Purdue Avenue in Enid. You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS, visit redcross.org, or use our free Red Cross emergency app to find aid near you. So as we open additional shelters, if they're needed, those will be listed in those places, and you'll be able to find them there. We want everyone to know that everyone is welcome at a Red Cross shelter, and all disaster assistance is free. During a disaster, we work with partners to provide safe shelter, food, emergency relief supplies, emotional support, health services, and financial assistance to those in need. So really, if people need help after this tornado, they need to know that the Red Cross is here for them. Community organizations are here for them.
And Matt, are you starting to see people show up there at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center there at the fairgrounds?
I don't have an exact number of people that are there right now. I know that our disaster workers got there within the last hour and a half or so, and we're working on opening up the site to welcome people.
So how does something like this work? The Red Cross obviously, knew that today was an alert day. We have been talking about the chance for severe storms. Do you all just watch the coverage and see, okay, a sizable violent tornado has just moved through Enid. We need to mobilize and take care of those folks. How do you all stage, prepare, and then respond when disaster does strike?
We have a great network of volunteers who are trained and ready to respond to disasters at any time across Oklahoma. And it really takes one, staying on top of things, keeping an eye on local news and seeing what's happening there, but also having good relationships with our local officials like city governments and emergency managers. So they know if something like this happens, they can call us and we can be there as soon as possible to make sure that people have a safe place to be.
And Matt, how long do you anticipate this shelter staying open? Could it be just a couple of hours, or will this be an overnight shelter? And what kind of respite will people find when they arrive there?
We plan on this shelter being open overnight at this point. And once we can really work with local officials and evaluate what the need is, we'll make a decision on how long the shelter is going to be open for. But when you come to a Red Cross shelter, you can count on there being, one, a safe place to stay, a place to charge your devices. You'll be able to get food, water, and work with people who can understand any unique recovery needs that you may need. If you have health issues or have lost medical equipment that you need addressed, if you need emotional support after a disaster, if you're going to need financial assistance to start recovering. Those are all things that people can access at a Red Cross shelter.
All right, Matt, and as we continue to talk with you, we're looking at video earlier in Enid, and that was just a monster storm. Your heart sinks when you see this. But the good news, Jess, is that we have been told at this time only minor injuries reported. It's miraculous to say that. Matt, I did want to ask you, because I know a lot of folks are worried about their pets, if you can address that. Can people bring their pets to a Red Cross shelter?
People can bring their pets to a Red Cross shelter, and we'll do our best to accommodate them. Often we work with local humane societies or organizations like that that are best suited to care for animals. Your animal may have to stay in a trailer or something on site, a separate location just for hygiene and safety purposes. But we do our best to accommodate people's pets because we know that they're important members of everyone's family and need to be taken care of as well.
And it's so nice that you guys allow that, because you're right, that is your family member. You don't want to leave them behind. You want to bring them with you. Matt Trotter, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Matt.
Again, with the Red
You're welcome.
Cross.